The paradox of a fraud and corruption-dominated system. A leadership, cultural, and criminal justice perspective ***. MEF Foundation Monthly Lecture Series 9, Part 2. By Professor Mannix Paul, Ph.D. November 27, 2025. Welcome to Part 2 of the paradox of a fraud and corruption-dominated system. The highest risk emerges in societies where rule-based structures exist on paper, but communal loyalties such as family, ethnicity, or political affiliations dominate behavior and practice. This duality leads to selective rule enforcement and inconsistent accountability. The law may say one thing, but social expectations demand another. Individuals then learn to navigate between these systems, following rules only when convenient and relying on relationships when rules pose barriers to personal or group gain. This cultural contradiction reinforces corruption by blurring the moral and institutional frameworks necessary for consistent governance. The criminal justice system plays a central role in perpetuating or reducing corruption. In many contexts, the justice system suffers from underfunding, political interference, slow judicial processes, weak investigative capacity, and a pattern of punishing low-level offenders while protecting the politically or economically powerful. Such a system loses credibility rapidly. Citizens begin to see formal justice as inaccessible, ineffective, or biased. When justice is delayed, negotiable, or selectively applied, people turn to informal mechanisms, bribery, or fraudulent shortcuts to resolve their problems. This undermines the legitimacy of state institutions and strengthens corrupt networks. A justice system that fails to deliver timely, impartial, and equitable outcomes not only fails in its mandates, but also actively incentivizes citizens to bypass formal systems and embrace corruption as a necessary survival strategy. Underlying the persistence of fraud and corruption is a simple, yet powerful behavioral logic. Individuals will continue corrupt acts when the perceived benefits outweigh the consequences. This principle, rooted in rational choice theory and widely observed in real-world governance, helps explain why corruption remains resilient even in societies with anti-corruption laws, advocacy campaigns, and public awareness. When the rewards of corruption, financial gains, career advancement, political protection, or social influence, are immediate and substantial, while the risks are low due to weak enforcement or negotiable penalties, corruption becomes a rational choice. Over time, moral resistance weakens because the system itself rewards misconduct and marginalizes